Hey everyone, so for the past 4 years, I have immersed myself in far-left subcultures. I've gone undercover at their events multiple times. I have infiltrated their online trainings more times than I can even remember at this point. I have a massive archive of thousands of hours of video of their primary sources, their trainings, their events, their book clubs, their organizing meetings, all archived for everyone to be able to see. I have thousands of their documents archived. I have built a real-time command center where I can monitor what the real far-left activists are doing in real time to report it out to you guys so you know what's going on and you know what to expect. And every crazy idea in the country today, from critical race theory and anti-racist education in schools to gender ideology, queer ideology, to the protests in the streets, to abolish the police, to climate change, climate justice, you can literally name any category of crazy thing going on in the world today, and it always comes back to the same people over and over and over and over and over again, and that is the radical revolutionary far left in America. And we find ourselves in an interesting position, or I should say I find myself in an interesting position, because I'm pretty sure that I am one of very few people, if not even the only person, honestly, that is actively spearheading this type of research and this type of archival work in the country right now. Now, if you know of someone else that's doing what I'm doing, that's going inside leftist events, that's recording them, that's showing this information to the world in just its bare bones kind of primary source evidence, please tell me. And I do genuinely mean that. Please tell me if you know of other people doing this stuff, because I want to get in touch with them. I want to communicate with them. I want to talk to them. I just haven't been able to find anyone. And so because I haven't been able to find anyone else, I have to assume that it's just not a lot of other people doing this type of work. I understand why. It's hard, it's stressful, it takes a toll on you. It has very literally changed my life in so many ways. I can't even begin to explain it in this video. But that's why I'm reaching out to you today, because I firmly believe that this type of analysis and this type of content and this type of archival work is extremely important in helping us to understand what I believe is an existential threat in the country today. And that's why we are taking it up a notch. I'm taking everything I'm doing up a notch, because I've spent 4 years figuring this stuff out and figuring out who these people are and figuring out how to tell these stories and get into their events and show these events and analyze this information. I've literally had to create a lot of this stuff on the fly and invent things that haven't happened before because no one else was doing this sort of thing that I knew of. So I've spent a lot of time doing that. And now it's time to take it to the next level. And that's why I launched Decode the Left. This is decodetheleft.com. And this is the umbrella organization for all of the work I've been doing. And my goal is to make all this research actionable intelligence that we can give to people like policymakers, politicians, people running colleges and universities, and people in think tanks, people in church groups, parent groups, whatever, whoever is impacted by the far left radicals in this country. And that means the protesters in the streets. That means DEI in your organizations. That means gender and queer theory showing up. That means anti-racist stuff showing up in critical race theory, abolish the police, the college protesters, all these things. Anyone who has a vested interest in understanding these populations and how they're showing up in the world, I want to be able to provide them with nuanced, actionable intelligence that they can use to make decisions. And I don't want to do this in a partisan way. I am not on the right or the left. I am not a Democrat. I am not a Republican. I did not vote for Trump. I did not vote for Kamala Harris. I voted for no one because I don't believe any political tribe represents me. And what that means is I bring something very different to the discussion, which is you are getting nonpartisan information from me. I'm interested in what the truth is. And I will show you the evidence and I will show you the receipts. But I'm not going to come and shill a narrative for a particular political tribe. And in order for me to maintain my political independence, so that my only job really is to show up and to show you what's going on and give you the information so that you can decide for yourself what you do with that information, the only way I can do that is by creating a grassroots movement that is completely funded independently. Now, I have a lot of big things I want to do this year. I have a lot of things I want to scale up to reach more people. And in order to do that, I need your help. So today, we are kicking off a membership drive that's going to last for the next 4+ months. Really, I was going to start it in May, and it was going to go May, June, July, August. But you know what? We're about a week out from May, so let's give ourselves a little extra wiggle room. I want to bring in 400 new paying supporters on my Substack over the next 4 months. My Substack is Karlyn, Karlyn.substack.com. This is the primary means by which I fund my work. This is through monthly donations of $8 or annual donations of $80 a year. People just like you who value what I do, value all the time I put into researching and teaching and writing and all these things. And you guys are the ones that help me keep this content free for the world. Because I could lock down every post on my Substack and make it a paid supporter post. But I don't want to do that because that restricts the information in the world. And the whole point of this is to get the information out there. I can only maintain this and scale this if it is funded by people like you. So today we're going to be starting a membership drive, and I have big goals, and that's why I have a big number that I want to meet. And you can help me in that number in any number of ways. Now, listen, if you are in a position to financially support the work I'm doing, I am humbly asking you today to do so. Sign up on the Substack for a membership. If you're already signed up on the Substack, you can gift memberships. You can sign up on a different Substack for memberships. And those actually all count towards the goal, by the way, because you guys know I have a whole bunch of different Substacks. And actually, if you sign up for both my main Substack and something like the Red Menace Collective, which is a separate Substack, and we'll talk more about that another day. If you don't know what it is, don't worry about it. But like, if you sign up on both those Substacks, that counts as two in the system that I have, because that's the way it works. And of course, why wouldn't it count as two? You might be one person, but you're donating two memberships, and so it's twice as nice, right? And so if you are in the position to do something like this, I ask that you do it. And listen, I know a lot of you want to make one-time gifts, and that's fine too. I have a way you can do that, but really the value of signing up for a monthly or annual membership is that it gives me the ability to plan how much money I have coming in so that I know what I have to work with. Listen, I will never turn down a one-time gift, whether it be a $5 gift or a $1,000 gift, whatever you want to do, and I will be very, very grateful for it. But having that ability to plan, to say, this is how much money I have coming in every single month, this is how many I have coming in as annual members, that is actually a very valuable thing, because that allows me to know how much I have to work with and what I need to do to meet the next month's goals to be able to achieve the type of work that I want to achieve. So sign up on the Substack if you are not a member yet. If you are a member, you can sign up on another Substack, you can gift memberships, I will give you other options to do so. But I also understand that some of you may not be in a position to financially sign up right now, and that's okay. I really do understand it, and I don't want anyone to feel guilty about that. However, if you are not in a position to financially support what I'm doing, then I'm going to ask you to step up and help me out in other ways. And one of the very best ways that you can help me out is by sharing the information, sharing the events that I'm doing, going onto Facebook groups that I can't go into Facebook groups and show my own stuff. I can't go into Facebook groups and say, I'm doing this webinar, or I have this article, or I'm doing all this other stuff, because you're not allowed to self-promote in Facebook groups for the most part. And they'll yell at you, and they'll kick you out, and they won't let you do it, and they'll make fun of you and all this stuff. But if you guys, as people who are supporting my work, go in and say, hey, there's this cool webinar going on, you guys might be interested, or hey, there's this article that I read that you might be interested, you guys can promote me in those groups in a way that I can't. So it's incredibly valuable. Share stuff on your Twitter, share stuff on your Facebook wall, share stuff with the groups that you're involved with. I want to be out there speaking more to parent groups, to local GOP groups, showing them all the research we have. I have a couple webinars coming up that you can find on Decode the Left/events, and we'll be talking more about that. I'm going to be doing more online events that are going to be, again, free, open to the public. Anyone can sign up for these things. And what I need your help in is sharing that information, getting those events out there, going to your local community group saying, here's this webinar where you can go and watch real video of the far left, and it's totally free and it's on demand. Help me share this information. That's how we build the audience. Because really, it's not even just about the 400 subscribers. The extra subscribers help me accomplish all this stuff, but I want to grow the overall audience much, much, much more than that. You know, I've been holding myself back over the last couple of years because, quite frankly, my time on the internet has not been the easiest time, okay? But you know what? I've actually gotten to a point now where I feel really confident in the work I'm doing. I don't think anyone's doing it better. And I want this information to reach more people. So I'm going to step up my game, and I'm going to ask you guys, as my community, as my supporters, to step up your game as well. Because part of what I want to do with Decode the Left is create a very active community of people who are really engaged with this type of content, who we're all learning from each other, helping each other out, hunting down this information. It can be an incredibly fun thing, guys. Having fun and doing this stuff and studying the left and satirizing the left and making fun of them in a really smart, intelligent way. I think there's a lot of value in doing this in the world, because you know what? Once you poke fun at something, you kind of take its power away, don't you? Anyway, I've got a lot of big plans coming up, and you're going to be hearing from me a lot. And I'm going to be doing a lot more live video because we need to meet this membership goal. I will show up for you guys. I will deliver you better content than ever. And I need you to show up for me. So today's challenge for you, if you are not yet signed up for my Substack as a supporting member, sign up. It's a great time to do it. We have got an epic week of spy stream infiltrations. We are doing a spy stream basically every day this week. You guys are going to see so many leftist meetings. You're going to get so sick of it. And it's just a coincidence too. It honestly just worked out this way that there's a ton of leftist organizing meetings that are happening this week. And I got access to all of them, so that we could go inside so that you can see what they say directly for yourself when they think people like us aren't listening. We have, I'm recording this on Monday, April 21st in the afternoon. Tonight, we have an epic spy stream. So if you're watching this video today, this is a perfect time to join the Substack. Come to the spy stream tonight. We're going to be going inside a leftist activist training that is being hosted by a major university. And I'm going to be honest, I will actually be surprised if we don't walk out of this spy stream tonight with footage that will end up going viral on the internet. I wouldn't be surprised. It would actually surprise me if that didn't happen more than if it did happen, given what this university is and what they're training their people in. Obviously, I can't say too much publicly right now because that would give it away. We don't want to give it away. We want to save it. We want to make sure we get all the video, and then we want to make sure we use it to show people what's really going on. So I want to thank everyone in advance for supporting my work. I want to thank everyone who's already a member of the Substack. And I'm going to ask everyone, if you can do a little bit more, do a little bit more, because now is the time more than anything that these resources are important. And I cannot scale this operation without your help. And I really want to keep this a grassroots effort. I really want to keep this funded by normal people. Now, don't get it twisted. I will do what I want to do regardless, but I do not want to have to go out and find big donors to fund this work. I will do it if I need to, but I think that would fundamentally change the nature of what we're doing. And with your help, we won't have to do that. You want to keep this independent. You want to keep this primary sources. You want to keep this very high level where there's no doubt in any. There are so many fakers on the internet, guys. There's so many people who are false on the internet who will just shill any story just because they get paid. I never want to be that person, and I never want my audience to have to deal with that. And in order to avoid that, just any appearance of it. I don't even want there to be the appearance of it. I don't want there to be the appearance of Karlyn's got this big donor that's funding her work and she's doing whatever he wants. I don't even want the appearance of it. I don't think I would ever actually allow that to happen, and I would always be very clear. If you want to give me money to fund my work, I will gladly take it. I will provide you with, private intelligence briefings. I will do whatever you want, but you cannot dictate what the work says, and you cannot dictate what the truth is. And I feel firm that I would never kind of give into that, but we can avoid it altogether if we just do a grassroots funded movement. So that is my preference. So I'm going to be doing a lot more videos like this. I'm making a lot more ads. I'm going to be giving you guys things that you can share every single day. Okay? So it's not just me coming and asking for money. I'm going to say, hey, go share this webinar. Go get people in your community to sign up for this webinar. Go share this article that I wrote. Go share this piece of information. Go share this video clip, because we need to get this stuff out there too. So we got a lot of stuff to do together. And it's Monday, and it's a beautiful day out. And there's a Boston Marathon today, and I love the Boston Marathon's my favorite event in the world. So not a better day to start off my membership drive than the Boston Marathon, the day after Easter. Beautiful day, beautiful week. Gonna be a beautiful summer, guys. So that's all I have, and you can find out more information on my Substack. That is Karlyn, Karlyn.substack.com. And I hope you sign up and join us and come support this crazy dystopian world that we're creating with our research. Okay, that's all, guys. Talk to you soon.